I'm going to walk you through how to grid your image digitally if you are an at-home learner or one of our in-class learners and you want to use your computer or a downloaded photo from your phone with the grid to draw out your final image. I do suggest if you have a printer available at home that you print it. If you are an in-class learner, we can print them at school as well. It is much easier to map out your values and, in my opinion, draw square by square when you can kind of block it out on paper or practice using the paper. But if you are someone who wants to use the computer, I am by no means going to stop you. But I want to show you this really cool free website where you can grid your picture. First things first, if you did not crop your photo on your phone, please do so. I'm looking that you crop it to the ratio 4:5 or 4:5. That's going to give you, if you multiplied it by 2, 8:10, which is the photo and the paper size that we're going to use. So if you have not watched that video yet, please watch that one first. Crop your photo, save it so that it's ready to go. You could do this on your computer or on your phone, I believe. So the grid drawing tool. So just get your photo done first, then you can upload it. So this is the website. It's griddrawingtool.com. It will be linked in Polaris. There's a lot of links and videos this week. So please be patient, follow them slowly and surely, and you will have a very successful project. It says start, so I'm going to start. So first things that we got to do is upload our picture. So I'm going to choose my file, and I have lots of pictures on here, but I'm going to choose my dog because that's the one that we are using. So you can see, here's a picture of my dog. It is cropped. This one is not black and white, but I do suggest that you print it or do it black and white because it'll be easier to map out those values. There are multiple steps on here. Step 2 is rotate, step 3 is crop, and step 4 is adjust. The reason why I have you crop your photo first on your computer is that there's not a way to set the restraints. So I can't make it exactly the size that I want if I crop it using this tool. So I don't want to use this crop tool. I'm just using this to make my grid. So I'm going to skip step 2, skip step 3. Step 4, I'm going to skip unless yours is very dark or very light and you did not edit it on your phone. You can play around with the contrast or the brightness, but I typically just skip from step 1 all the way to step 5, where we do the grid. So here is my lovely dog, and here are the dimensions that we want to play with. Now our paper is going to be 8:10, and our image is going to mirror that so that our squares are the same size on our gridded picture as they are on our gridded paper. So I'm going to change my grid dimensions to match that. So if I mark every 1 inch on an 8-inch paper, I need 8 grid boxes wide across. If it's a narrow left, 8, and tall, 10. If your picture is in landscape where it's 10 squares across or 10 inches across and 8 up and down, you'll make this 10. But since mine is a vertical portrait picture, I'm going to make mine 8. I'm going to keep it in red. It helps me see it better. If you want to change the color, you can change the color. And then I'm just going to hit apply grid. And what that's going to do is give me a perfect 8:10 square grid on my picture. You can change the thickness of the grid if you want to be able to see more detail and keep it a thin line just by changing how thick the pixels are. I would not do 3. It's very overbearing on here and it hides some of your little details, but I like 1 or 2 is really good. It's going to let you see more of your picture. Again, my picture is tall, not wide. If you have a wide picture, you're going to click 10 boxes wide. If you have a tall picture, you're going to click 8 boxes wide. Once you have your grid done, you can download it and you can save that picture to use. If you do this step first, then you can map out your values and then your grid's already done for you. You can even print it with this on if you don't want to print it and then grid by hand. But you can do it this way first and then map out your values for drawing it out. I hope this helps.